disagree, F.U.B. Okay, so this is about how we judge each other just for being different, just for having different opinion, just for looking different. And I made some notes because I don't want to get lost in what I want to say. And so why I use some shorts is that because of I can't say some words, so that's why I say, for example, B, okay, or F. So that's why there will be some more words like that. So it's about judging. So when it comes to opinions and looks, we judge each other, and can't we be just human beings? I think we can't, because still there will be some people who will judge each other for being different in something, and maybe if they gave each other the chance, maybe they would see how much they have in common. So, for example, when it comes to opinions, one of the things is that okay, let's say for example weight, okay, like we get used to say that the person is better in something or worse in something just because of the looks, like for example the weight. But for example, if the person is thin, it doesn't mean the person does many sports or something. At the same time, if the person is not thin, it still doesn't mean that the person doesn't do sports or something. It's just that one person is low on calories and also burns calories very fast because has fast metabolism, and another person can be, let's say, the calories can be higher, but what if the person does a lot of sports, and maybe what if the person just has slow metabolism, for example? So what's better or worse? So it's like more factors always. Let's continue, because this is just beginning. When it comes to style, for example, so many people say that, for example, if you wear this or that, you are better or worse. You're not better or worse, it's just clothes. It How much does it say about yourself? Yeah, like there's, for example, stereotype like you should trust a person that has elegant clothes. Well, maybe you shouldn't. What if the person just wants to steal your money, but is just more clever? Okay, so you still should be the same careful, and it shouldn't be dependent on the person's fashion style. It rather should be dependent on the person's behavior, actually. And yeah, by the way, I think very often the person that looks elegant can steal you more money than the person that doesn't look elegant. Yeah, because you allow it. Yeah, so that's the problem. Let's continue. Skin color. Okay, like for example, of course, long time there was slavery, and of course it was very bad. And of course, we all should be happy that it ended. I hope we all are happy. But, well, the judging for skin color didn't disappear. Still, long time since slavery has ended, still we judge each other for skin color. Okay? I just. Why? Like, My skin color actually tells nothing about me. It just doesn't. And for example, what was very surprising for me was that how much things, how many things which were about skin color can people tell me. And also I was surprised that many of those not very good things to say about skin color were actually from people who had different skin color than me. Okay, like I just don't understand why just because I'm like this, why I had to hear questions like do you like chocolate? Why? Why? Like what does it mean? Like there is some schedule of differences that I don't know yet. Or what? And another thing, like by the way, later if this will have more views, maybe I can make some more spicy bonus actually. But for example, let's say this, like why someone, for example, asked me, have you ever had anything with, I'm sorry for the word, black man? Uh, okay, so you asked me this question because I'm white. I'm sorry for the word. I'm white. This is the reason why you asked me that question. So if I looked like you, if my skin was dark, you wouldn't ask me this. Okay, and so then then you have only two possible answers: yes or no. Okay, if I say yes, what does it mean for you? If I say no, what does it mean for you? For example, everything is once for the first time. Okay, so of course the first one asked me like if I had anything with someone with, let's say, dark skin, because I don't like some reds. And I said, like, not yet, but it's not that I'm judging someone or I don't want, or I just don't judge anyone. Just you are first one who I met, so that's all. And really, it was so uncomfortable question for me. I didn't like it. And so then, since that let's say first time, uh, I heard this question many times. And so, of course, since that first time, my answer always was no. Of course. So, yeah, it's not like first time. It's not first time. So, like, have you ever had S, with like person? I'm sorry for that. And so I was like, yes, I had. Why? Okay. and and then for example the reaction was like that it was about something that the person was afraid that I will reject the person for the skin color. Okay, so the person was happy that I already had something with someone who has different skin color. But there is also another possible attitude. Like, for example, I heard some podcast where some African guy says, well, maybe he just looks like African because he speaks perfectly Czech language. So I don't know, maybe he's not African, maybe he's Czech, just he looks like African because his ancestors came to Czech Republic. Like, I just don't know, okay? But okay, so he looks African. And so when he asks a girl if she ever had anything with African, and she tells no, he is actually happy because she is not, uh, I don't know what, I don't know if I can say this word. So she's not the air thing. Yeah, and there is also, by the way, positive air thing and negative air thing. Like negative air thing is that the person thinks that you have some negative trait just because of your skin color, and positive air thing, which is not positive actually, is that wanting you physically just for your skin color. Okay, so the guy in the podcast was just happy that the person wants him for himself and not for his skin color. Who knows what the truth was? Yeah. So by the way, I had that situation too, and it hurt me that more because it wasn't like, let's say, first conversation or some one night stand or something. It was from person that I already knew a longer time. It was, by the way, from one guy who was not African. I think he was Indian, and his skin was very dark. And I remember he said, by the way, he said it after maybe 1 month of communication, and he said like he always wanted to have S with white woman, and really that it hurt me actually. So can't you just please want me for me and not for my skin color? Like, thank you. Okay, so then this was longer, so let's continue. Um, Nationality. Uh, why so many people tell me like, why can't you date someone from our country? Like, why I have to? Why should I limit myself just for one country? If there are billions people, why should I limit myself? It's so fucking. I'm sorry. It's so hard to find person that would be so much compatible for with me, to be able to live with me without the me. No, I'm kidding. I just mean the compatibility is not about nationality. It's not. The person has to, for example, if you want kids, you need person who wants kids. If you don't want kids, you need person who doesn't want kids, or at least doesn't want to have another kids, and it goes on like this. So it's not about nationality. You just simply need to find person who is compatible for you, person who wants the same things. Okay, if you want kids, you need person who wants kids. Okay, and the list goes on. Uh, what else? Okay, atheism versus being uh, being believer. Okay, uh, why so many people think that some person is worse or better, himself or herself, like just because of being believer or non believer. Okay, this is this is stupid. Yeah. Like I'm not something just because of something. Yeah, like for example, just like I'm not something just because of my skin color, then neither I'm something just because of my atheism. Okay, the reason why I'm atheist is that I simply was raised and also grown as atheist. Okay, and everything in my life led to my atheism. Okay, it started with that my father was atheist always, and he led me to atheism. Then later, my classmates were atheists mostly, and so that led me even more to atheism. And then also later on some situations that led me to atheism. Also some things that I don't like about religions, which is, for example, discrimination of people for not being heterosexual, for example, or discrimination of people just because of loving more people, discrimination of people who had sex, oh, who had S before marriage. So maybe I'm wrong. Really, I wish I was wrong, but I think that religion very often discriminates people. Okay, and this is what I don't like, because I don't like discrimination. Yeah, so I simply don't want to um, follow any religion, especially not officially, because it discriminates people, and I hate discrimination. Okay, but even though I'm like that, I really don't judge people who are believers. Okay, for example, because it doesn't mean itself that the person will be judging, or it doesn't mean that the person will judge other people just because of being atheist, or just because of having S before marriage, just because of not being straight. Yeah. So if the person is believer and I'm atheist, it's not reason to not to love the person itself. Okay, it's the complete package of person, not just that if the person is a believer or non-believer. Okay. um, Another thing, the sentence of "you're not meant to be," like for example, for the reason that you are different nationalities, or you have different beliefs, like for example, my favorite is that you are atheist and believer. uh, this is not true again. Okay. Like, if you are not focused on the things that you don't have in common, if you are focused on the things that you have in common, if you are looking for the connection, not for the things that apart you, then it can work. Yeah, like even though the person is believer, you can have so much in common. Okay. And let me say that I'm not believer, and there is one believer that I really love very much. Yeah. And I love him so much, so I even think about living together in the future, though we need to do many things for that to be able to, because actually this is for another video, that's long story. But okay, if we will make it later, and we will move together in place where we can be together, like for example a place where they talk language that we both talk, which we aren't right now. I'm in country that speaks language that he doesn't know, and he is in country that speaks language I don't know. So it's not easy. So hopefully later we will have that chance. I just want to say that I'm a atheist and he's a believer, but we have so much in common. And for example, he has some traditions according to religion. Okay. And so I said, yeah, of course. We will always have some differences, but it doesn't matter, because when it comes to the important things, and we already know what things are important for us, we want the same things. We are on the same page. And definitely, you can, for example, have some friend that you can enjoy this tradition with, and I can, for example, do something in mine. Like for example, I can watch uh, Czech comedy. Well, I'm Czech. I can watch Czech comedy with some Czech friend. Okay, like that. That was just one example. So still, you can have so much more, so much in common, and still you can uh, meet at home and cook together, make love, and these are the things that connect you together. Okay, so you just don't need to be disconnected just because of being non-believer and believer. Okay, um, what else? Okay, majority and LGBTQ plus people. Like for example, as I said, I'm Czech, and I listened to one girl who is into girls, and she looks very masculine, but still she's woman, and she wants to go to toilet for women without judging. Okay, and actually she should have the right to, but some people don't understand it, and they need to send her away and things like that. This is not okay, really. Like in my opinion, the thing with having separated something because of gender is stupid. Yeah, like for example, me as girl, I would I would feel less bad in front of men than in front of girls. I don't know why. Maybe it's that uh, not having clothes in front of men is more common for me. Maybe. Yeah, I know I'm crazy, but yeah. And another thing with the toilets, like very often when I really needed to go to toilet, like when I say I need it, I really need it. I didn't want to, have wet trousers. So there were so many women waiting for the toilet for women, and there was no one waiting for the toilet for men. Okay, well, I was like, okay, I don't understand this. Like, why so many women are waiting for the toilets for women and no one on the toilets for men? So, well, I just went to the toilet for men because I needed to go to toilet. It's just the same toilet. The toilet is toilet. It's just toilet. I did the same thing. So I didn't wait. I just went to men's toilet. Sorry. Uh, yeah, and actually, according to LGBTQ plus people, there are more things. Like for example, in Czech Republic, in my country, uh, if I'm not wrong, still, if you, for example, have partner of the same gender, like for example, you are two women or two men, you are not able to adopt kid. I don't know why, because that makes no sense. Okay, even though I always was more into men actually, like almost all the time. I never had anything with any girl, by the way. Even though I don't say I don't want or something, it's just that it didn't happen. Everything is first time, every always, yeah, like just like with the first African man, yeah. Everything is once for the first time. So I don't say it will not happen, it just didn't happen. But even though I was always more into guys, I still don't understand why people who love each other and they are people of the same gender, why they should be discriminated. Like for example, why they should have less rights. Why can't they have the same law as couples who are woman and man. It makes no sense. Okay. Uh, for example, for the kid, okay, uh, your orientation, your S orientation, has nothing to do with the kid's S orientation. Okay, like it really does. It just doesn't. Okay, like you can have parents that are straight woman and straight man, and you can be into the same gender. Okay, so that means the S orientation doesn't affect another person's orientation. Okay, if I, for example, had many friends who would be oriented on the same gender, I still would have the same feelings each time I see some hot guy. Okay, so really, this makes no sense. Definitely, if you are two girls, two men, man and woman, it's not important. If you really want to take care of the kid, and if you are able to, then have the kid. Period. Uh, and there can be even more things. Yeah. As going. Speaking of kids. Yeah, there is also another having or not having kids. Okay, it's not just because of being something like it's not just about as orientation. It's also about that if you want or if you don't want. Okay, some people, yeah, I found out that for many people, things like I don't want doesn't exist. Yeah, they think that wanting kids is something that everyone wants. No, I never want it, and I think I will never want. You know, I'm 30 already, and I think this is something that the person knows, and I always knew that it's not for me. And by the way, there is another stereotype like you don't like kids. Yes, I like kids. So why you don't want kids? Because I just don't want kids. Okay, like for example, I'm sorry, but pregnancy, giving birth, breathing. I have phobia of this. I'm sorry. I can't do anything with this maybe, and maybe I can also. Okay, but I don't need to because the list goes on and on. It's also it's simply that I don't want to take care of anyone. I just don't want. Sorry. Maybe I'm selfish. Maybe I'm odd. I just don't want. Let me be. It's not for everyone, okay? Just like not everyone is meant to be doctor or lawyer or anything else, then not everyone is simply meant to be parent, okay? So I it's just not my lifestyle. Yeah, I just like being alone a lot. Yeah. At the same time, I like meeting guys and haven't tell the truth. Sorry. And I like simply meeting people, going outside. I also like to have some free time for my hobbies, like for example singing, and I also think about dancing. Yeah, and there will be always many things that I will want to do, and actually me myself, I'm so much already. I don't have capacity for another person, or actually okay, I have capacity for other people, but not like 24/7 365. I'm sorry. I just can't. I need to be alone sometimes. Yeah, like Yeah, many people are angry or sad or something, and they take it personal because sometimes I days don't reply, for example, because I just don't have time. But yeah, this is another thing. Like if someone doesn't reply you for some time, then the person hates you or something. Uh, no, I just needed to clean my wardrobe. Sorry, that's why I didn't answer. So because I was busy. Okay. What else? I think there can be many more things, but okay. Let's end with this one with handicap. Okay. Well, maybe the person doesn't want to hear sorry. Okay. Uh, I had friend who was in my city for Erasmus. He was from Poland and he was here in Czech Republic for Erasmus. And that time we both were students, and he was on wheelchair. Okay, and there was something very special about him. I felt very nice energy from him. Like there was something very strong, and at the same time something very nice. I love combination of this. And I was like, for me, I always was like kind of blocked, and I work on this. I try to do the first steps at least sometimes, but still sometimes something stops me. I just don't know why, but I work on this, and sometimes I do it. So I wanted to start our interaction. I wanted to be friends, and I just didn't know how. But then the day came. It was winter, and he stuck in snow. Okay, and I was there. I was like in the right time on the right place, and I pushed him out of the snow. Okay, so finally he recognized me. Because I pushed him from the snow. Well, actually, since that day on, we became friends, and he had also another friend. So we were like a group of three people, two guys and me. Yeah. That was nothing physical, by the way, which is there's also another great thing like about gender. But okay, I will finish with the gender thing. Let's go back. So they were two guys and me. So imagine a guy on wheelchair, and imagine a Turkish guy who looked like John Lennon. Okay. To be honest, I don't remember his name because when I told him John Lennon, he loved it the most because because John Lennon was his idol. So he really loved to look like John Lennon. Okay, so that's why I called him John Lennon. So imagine John Lennon, guy on wheelchair, and me. Okay, even though without this, but still, believe me, I'm enough odd, even though without fake hair and this. So it was really great. Actually, it was the one of the best friendship I ever had. Okay, and I remember how the guy on wheelchair hated hearing sorry. Okay, he just wanted to be one of the people. He didn't want to be alien just because of being on wheelchair. He just wanted to be one of the people. Okay, so yeah, this is what I wanted to say. So the thing that the person is different, like for example, is on wheelchair or something, it still doesn't mean you should take the person as someone else, take the person as alien, or take the person as someone who needs your sorry. Maybe the person even hates to hear sorry. Okay. Uh, so to help someone sometimes, like push someone out of snow, fine. But don't say things like sorry, or don't make the person feel like not being part of, not being one of you just because of the person's handicap. Okay. Okay. And okay, let's finish this with gender. Like, for example, why so many people think that I can't be friends with someone just because I'm girl and he is man. Why? Like, what what my gender means itself. Like, my gender itself means that we have different hobbies, or my gender itself means that we want each other physically. No. Actually, no. Like, you can love each other physically, you can love each other mental, sorry, you can love each other one of this, or you can also love each other both of this, actually. But even though, by the way, you love each other like both physical and mental, still it doesn't mean you are meant to be life partners, because, for example, you are a person who wants kids and person who doesn't want kids and many others. So gender means maybe even nothing. Yeah, because like, for example, me being girl, does it mean itself like, for example, I'm not into cars or something? Okay, me personally, I'm not much into cars, but like, why not? I believe there are some girls who are into cars and can even repair a car. At the same time, I know that not every man is electrician or a mechanic. Okay. so so like, the gender, like, for example, being man, it doesn't mean itself that the man is physically strong, or electrician, mechanic. Maybe the guy is great painter or great makeup artist, or great fashion designer. Okay. At the same time, the girl can have her own business and be very successful. Also, the girl can become very successful as politician, for example. So when it comes to all these things, gender means nothing. Okay. So I just don't know why we are still so crazy for gender. Yeah, like, for example, you are chatting with another girl. Okay, and if he chats with another guy, it means something different itself, or no. So I think this video is already like forever, and I think there can be way more things to talk about, way more differences. But let me just end with this, and let me just say, please, let's stop labeling each other. Let's please accept that we have different opinions, we have different looks, but still, we all are people. Amply, thank you, thank you, guys, thank you, dears. And sorry for my mistakes.